All right. So let's look at another example on this absolute value for inequality solution. We have to find the solution set of the inequality absolute value of 2x minus 1 less than 3 and give the graphical representation. Now, what you just need to do, like the introductory part I explained, you just need to say, okay, 2x minus 1 will be less than 3 if 2x minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Remember, for the introductory part, I don't use x here because I was dealing with absolute value of x. But now I'm dealing with absolute value of 2x minus 1. Alright? Then for this one, you have to solve for x first. Carry minus 1 here, so you have 2x will be less than, you carry minus 1, come plus 1, so it will now be 3 plus 1, that will be 4. Then our x, if you divide both sides by 2, will now be less than 4 divided by 2, and that will be 2. So your first set of value of x is 2. Now the second set will now be that 2x minus 1, that is minus 2x minus 1, will now be less than 3 if 2x minus 1 is less than or equal to 0. Yes, that's what you will now do. There you will now have minus sign here. All right. Then before you now start working, remember this. Remember the signs. All right. Before you start working this, now you will now divide through by minus. Okay. So this will now give us 2x minus 1. So when you divide by minus, this sign will now, this letter sign will now change to greater than. All right. Will now change to greater than minus 3. Change to greater than minus 3. Then again, you now find your x. So you have 2x greater than minus 3. You carry minus 1, become plus 1. So this will give us 2x will be greater than minus 3 plus 1 will be minus 2. When you divide both sides by 2, our x will be greater than minus 2 divided by 2, which will be minus 1. So now x is greater than minus 1 and x is less than 2. So you come and get your range, your x, because a number can be greater than minus 1 and be less than 2. So we are going to use and. But if that cannot work, if a number cannot be greater than this and less than this, then you no need to use and, use or. But and is what I'm using. So since I'm using and, s will be at the middle. The smaller number now, which is minus 1, because s is greater than minus 1 will be here. Then you put your greater than for the s. From this side is greater than, from here is lesser than. So s is greater than minus 1. Then s is lesser than what? S is lesser than 2. So this will not be your solution. But we are asked to also find the graphical representation. Now for the graphical representation, you have your minus 1. This side is negative minus 1, then plus 2. S is greater than minus 1. So means that it's going this way. Because number here, they are greater than minus 1. Since they did not put or equal to, I don't need to shade here. And S is less than 2. These are the side lesser than 2. So from the 2 now, I'm coming this way. I don't need to shade there because they did not put or equal to. So the arrow is now going like this, greater than minus 1, coming like this, lesser than minus 1. So two of them will meet. All right, so that is a graphical solution to this problem. So thank you for watching.